All right, good. I'm gonna use this one here. Here we go. It says here a small electric bike speed is 36 miles in 3.25 hours. At this rate, how many miles can it drive in 1 hour? Now, the question here that they are looking for the hour. In 1 hour, how much can it drive in 1 hour? Why is this pen? Let's see. Here we go. Now my pen is writing. So what we can notice here is this here is at 36 miles, but it's already been converted in hours, this 3.25. If it was not converted, then we'll have to convert it. But in this case, it's already converted. So our life is easy because of that. So what we're going to do, we are going to say 36, right? Divide by 3/4, okay? And then we are going to do simple maths. And when you're doing your simple maths, you're just going to say 36/1, because it's division. Now you are going to multiply. Okay, now you're going to multiply. All right, now you're going to multiply. You're going to say multiply. Because you're multiplying now, it's going to be 4/3. Right? So, which makes our life now much easier. So, if we are going to multiply this, there are ways we can do this. Firstly, we can simplify these numbers to make it easy for us. Because in an exam, you need to find easier way to do it because there will be no calculator. For example, 36 and 3, something can be done here. So how many 3's goes into 3? We can say 1. And how many 3 goes into 36? We can say that is 12. Now, once you have simplified that, you have something like this. So now you have 12 times 4/1, right? Can you see that? You have now 12 times 4, all right? So because it's all over 1, I don't have to say over 1. I can just leave it like this. So for those boys who don't remember how to do this, you can expand your 12 and you can just say this is same as 10 plus 2. You remember the expansion method? And then you multiply that by 4, because you're multiplying everything by 4. Let's get this eraser here. So you multiply everything by 4, and then this one here also. But if you know your multiplication, this is very easy for you. So 4 times 1, you're going to get 4, and then you bring down the 0. Now that is 40 plus, and now 4 times 2, that is going to be 8. Then you add these two together. 4 plus 40 plus 8 will give you 48. So your answer now is 48. Now, I hope this makes sense. Now, what I'm going to, the way we're going to be doing, we're going to be working today, I will give you I will do one example, or rather one problem. Then I will ask you to do another one on the screen on your side, and then you will send me the answer on the chat. All right? So let's do that. So the next one, which I want you to do this one here on your own. And then, oops. This is not supposed to be here. So now I want you to do this and tell me what answer are you getting. If I gave you now, instead of, okay, let me just use the very same question because of time. Instead of now saying, these are new numbers I'm going to put for you there. So you're going to solve this one here. If I change these numbers, for example, I say this is now 24, this one, instead of 36. It's a new example. I'm not using 36, and now I'm not using 3/4, but now I'm saying it is 2/3. So what would be your answer? Please write your answer on the chat quickly. Tell me what is your answer. If an electric bike speed is 24 miles in 2/3. In 2/3. I'm just changing this slightly so that you can be able to practice as well if you understood this question. Again, it is in 1 hour. I'm going to give you, let me see on the screen how many people are able to try this. Now, you can do your khatawat on the piece of paper, and then you give me the answer there. Let's see. Someone is saying 32. Someone is saying 36. All right. Mr. Can you send the file? Okay. How do you send this file again? I'm going to try to see if I can send this file to you guys. All right. So let's see if anyone did khatawat for us. Asel is got 32. Fatima Ahmed, I didn't understand. Okay, let's go back again. Now we're going to try and do it with the new numbers. All right, let's do the new numbers so that Fatima can also understand. Right, let's try. But those ones who said the answer is 36, you are, let's see if you are correct. Let's see if you are correct. Now we said, now it's 24. So let's try. So now we have, this is a new one now, the one I gave you. For those guys who did not understand, now we're going to say 24, right? All over 1. Again, you're going to divide, okay? Because you want to know how much this electric scooter is going to be in 1 hour. Now we said it is 2/3. So we divide by 2/3. This is now the steps that you're going to do. So it's now, instead of saying 36, because it's a new problem, 24, okay, divided by 2/3. So and then now you do your math again. So this now is going to be, we can simplify this. So we have 24. Before we simplify, let's say 24/1 times, remember the rules, when you divide fractions, now you must say times. So you do a reciprocal of this one here, or an inverse of this, which is going to be 3/4. Okay, now I'm moving on to this one here, to this side, so then you can all see. Now I can simplify these ones here. Okay, I can simplify this. So if I simplify these two, I want us to do the simplest thing first. How can I simplify 24 and 4? Okay, let's do this. I like to start with easy numbers first. So I'm having 24/1 times 3 over 4. So let's start. How many 2's goes into 4? Let's start with the easy numbers. 2 into this will be 2, and 2 into 24. Okay, 2 into 24, right? So now we know that 2 into 24 gives us 12. But again, we need to now, we can still simplify this thing here, right? Okay, let's see. Now we have something like this. Can we now multiply this? Let us see. I think we can still simplify this one here, right? So let's go. So how many 2 into 2? So let's try again one more time. Can I have your answers on the chat, because I want you guys to interact with me. Okay, can you give me how many 2? There's something here that we need to be careful of. I think I wrote something here. This is not 4, sorry. This is 2. Sorry about that. This is, it was 2, not 4. Why am I putting 4? This is 2, boys. Sorry about that. So in that case, then, here we go. It's 2, not 4. So it means our life is much easier. So we can now, okay, yeah. So 2, yes, it's like this. So this will be 1. So now our life is much easier now. So we can now just say 12. So now we have 12 multiplied by 3. Multiplied by 3. So we have now 12 multiplied by 3, which is 36. So the answers that I saw with the guys here, it was 100% correct. For all the guys who wrote 36, you was 100% correct. Thank you. Yes. Yep. Yes. All right. Okay. Now let's move on. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. All right. I'm trying. Yes, it was 3 over 2. Yes, very good, Omar. Yes, it was, yes, it was 3 over 2, not 4. Okay, let's move on to the next one, boys. Now, this is another interesting one. All right. It says here, a strand of hair grows at a constant rate, okay, of 0.6, okay, per day. These things are very important. So we are seeing something like this here. Remember, this is proportional relationship between quantities. Okay, so let's see, few things to note here in this question. Per day, all right. And now, so we have, I like to say this is the A part of the question, then full stop, and then they say a different strand of hair. Now, this is your B question, your B part of this question. A different strand of hair grows at 18 millimeters per month. Aha, now they are changing the language. Now it's month. Here on top, they were saying it's per day. And here they are saying per month. and they want us to determine if the situation represents a proportional relationship. This is the question. Okay? Now, in order for us to do this, we want to see if the rate of growth is the same for both strands, for strand A and the strand B. So, in order for us to do this, we must at least convert, it's either we convert this day to a month or this month to a day. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to convert this day into a month, okay? So that I can have the same. I want to see if I convert this day into a month, I want to see if I'm going to get 18. If I get 18, then it means it is proportional. But if I don't get 18, it means that it is not proportional. Okay, let's see how we can do this. So we have now another thing to note. If I'm converting this, I need to ask myself, how many days are there in a month? So we know that we have 30 days. All right? In a month. Okay? So in other words, if I want to convert this day into a month, I must multiply it by 30. So one multiplied by 30 will give me 30 days. Okay? So now I'm going to say, I'm going to do the first part first, which is the A strand. So I'm going to say 0.6 multiply by, now we already know that in a day, sorry, in a month, there are 30 days. I've already explained that. So we have 30 for 30 days. Now, this might be a bit of a problem for other boys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to make this into a fraction, this 0.6. So this 0.6, we know that it is same as 6/10. Remember, if I divide anything by 10, it means that there must be one number after the decimal point. I think we remember this in the previous grade. So I'm going to multiply this now by 30. All right. And let me just make this a fraction because now I've made everything to a fraction. So now I'm going to try to simplify this, and I can get rid of these zeros. These zeros here, they are no longer there. And now see what is happening, boys. So what is 6 times 3? We already know that 6 times 3. Let's see if anyone can give me the answer quickly. I'm sure most of you boys, you know, it's 6 times 3. Let me just take my chance and see. Aha! Yes, it's the answer is 18, right? So the answer is 18. Right. So now what can you notice here now, boys? So we can see now that in a month, okay, in a month, strand A, it also grows at 18 millimeters, all right, per month. So PM, it means per month. And also, I know that because they told us that strand B, it is also, it also grows at 18 millimeters per month. Now, if I may ask you guys, is this now proportional or not proportional? Let me see if the boys are with me there. Yes, Jawad, it is proportional because we can see that both of them has the same, growth rate. So both of them have the same growth rate. So it is, it's proportional. So we can say that it is proportional. It is proportional. All right. And the word proportional is right here for you. Okay, so it is proportional. So determine if the situation represents the proportional relationship. Yes, it represents a proportional relationship. And then you can say to them, if they ask you for a reason, we can say both have the same ratio. Reason, both have, you can check your screenshot, guys, of these things here. Same ratio. Okay, same ratio. Have the same ratio. Okay, let's go to the next one, boys. I think I have some girls here as well, so I might as well say boys and girls. Okay, let's move on to our next one. Oh, by the way, if you can even change this, you'll get the same answer. If you change this month into days, you'll have the same answer, by the way. So yeah. But anyway, let's move on to the next one because of time. Now, which table now again, this question, you need to be very careful when you are reading them. Which question does not represent? It says does not represent. It says does not represent proportional relationship. There's something we know about a proportional relationship. We've already spoken about it. We said it must have what? The same ratio. Okay, it must have the same ratio. Now with these ones here, or rather you can even just say our K must be exactly the same. Let's find K for the first one and see which one does not represent. Remember how to find K? We say Y over X. So the first one here, this is my Y. It is 9 over 3. What is the answer for 9 over 3? The answer here is 3. And then the next one, 15 over 5. And the answer here is also 3. Let's see. And the last one is 21 over 7. The answer is also 3. So this one here is proportional. So this one here is not the answer. And then let's look at the next one. Let's see now. Let's find our K. Remember, K talks about the unit rate or our ratio. Or yes, so we need to just find the unit rate to see if the unit rate is the same for everything. Let's look at this one here. Remember, you just say Y over X. You find in your K the concept of proportionality. We're going to talk about it later on. So we have 15 over 3, which is 5. And again, we have 25 over 5. And the answer is also 5. And 35 over 7. And the answer here is 5 as well. So this one here is proportional as well. So we forget about that. Now let's look at the next one here. So I'm sure some boys already giving me the answer on the chat. Another Y over X. So we have the first one, 12 over 3. The answer here is 4. And then we have this interesting one here, which is 14 divided by 5. So this is 14 divided by 5. And our answer here now is 2.8. Yes, yeah, that could be 2.8. Okay. Now, if you look at this one, there's something here. Already, I'm seeing something here. Even if I don't continue with this, I know that this now does not represent proportional relationship. My unit rate is already not the same. So my answer will be this one here. C is my answer. So this is my answer. This is the right answer. Because here already the unit rate is not the same. Okay? So your unit rate is not the same. So I'm done with this. I just move on. I don't need to check this one, the last one, because I've already have my answer, because they said which. Maybe we can just double check the last one just in case, but I doubt. You cannot give us two answers anyway. So we know that, so here everything is 6 here, because 18 divided by 3 will give us 6, and 30 divided by 5 will give us 6, and 42 divided by will also give us 6. So now we know that the last one is also proportional. So all of them, they are proportional, except for C. So the first one is proportional, B is proportional, only C is not proportional. Okay, let me just check on the chat. All right, okay, some people, someone said D. La. It's only C. Yes, it's only C, not D. Yes, some boys, yes, it's only C. Okay, let's go back. Okay, well done to everyone who managed to see that the answer is C. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Now, the next question talks about determine if the relationship is proportional by analyzing the graph. Okay, so this is the question. So here it says, choose the graph that represents a proportional relationship. Now, again, when you are looking at the graph, few things that we spoke about when we were teaching you guys this. Firstly, for it to be proportional, okay, a graph must start. This is a very important thing to remember. It must start from 0, okay, and also it must be a straight line. So the first one, it must start from 0. Start from 0. Remember this thing here, guys. It must start from 0 or from the origin. You can say start from the origin or from 0. Or the next thing, not or, the next thing that we need to look at is, so A, it starts from 0. B, it must also be a straight line. So if it's not, if these two things are not there, it must be a straight line. And then we can say it's proportional. Now let's see which one will qualify for these, starting from 0 or from the origin, and also a straight line. Now, if we look at this one here, this, it's a no, because it does not start from 0. It starts here because 0 is this one here. This is the origin. So this is no, and this one is also not a straight line. What about this one here? There's something here. This starts from 0 and it's a straight line. So I think this is the correct answer. So this one here is our correct answer. Let's see if there's some other thing that is confusing us. This one here, again, it's a no. You cannot choose this one here. This D is also a no. So we cannot choose this one here. So now we know that our answer is B. All right. Let's see how many boys got the answer before me. Someone is already. Okay. Yes. Well done, boys. Okay. But some boys are writing the answer now. All right. No problem.